Hey guys, what's up? I am sitting in Bali by the pool at this resort, and I have no idea where my husband and my child has gone. Um, so I was like, oh my, what do I do? I'll do a quick live video for you. I just saw. Hang on, I have to flip the camera and show you this pool. This has got a little like baby shallow section of this pool, and then there's like a bigger one that goes over there under a bridge, and there's a basketball hoop and a bunch of stuff. But I just came into the Coffee with Carissa group just before and saw a post by someone saying that they had a last minute appointment, someone book in, and then they just decided to cancel last minute and not show up. So I thought I would just share quickly what I used to do to avoid this, and it's a couple of things. One part is tactical, like an actual physical thing you can do, and one part is a mental or spiritual / law of attraction type way of doing things. And I feel like I had very minimal no-shows in my business because I prioritized both of these things and basically made them, oh hey Gianna, first time watching live, yay, and basically made them like, yeah, a priority for me. So what that was I used to take a lot of bookings through text messages and through like the online booking form on my website. So a lot of people booked through my website. They would go there, they'd fill in the form, they'd say what they want, they request a time. I never had an actual thing where people could book themselves in. I didn't like them. I liked to still be in control of choosing when people would come in, so I could kind of put them all together and save time on wages and stuff like that. Hi, Karen. And then what would happen, so they'd go to the website, they'd fill in the form going, I want a booking at this date, this time for this service. And then the confirmation window that would pop up after that said, thank you, we'll get back to you within X hours to confirm your booking. We usually would get back to them through text or email to confirm their booking time, or if we couldn't fit them in at their requested time, we'd make another time for them. And there was also a little button, like a PayPal button that popped up that said, oh, hey Adrian, hey Angela, that said we require a $50 deposit for all hair extension bookings and I think it was $15 or $20 booking for all deposit for all spray tan and eyelash extension bookings. We can't book you in, or we can't secure your appointment without this. Please click here now to pay it. And then when we get back to you, we'll confirm that that's all done. And so what that did was save me time, it saved them time, and it would improve cash flow because people were making a little bit of a payment as well, like as soon as they booked in. If people booked through other ways like Facebook message or like text message or whatever, we just had this little copied and pasted thing as well. So we'd take the booking first, we'd put them in at a time, and then we copy and paste the little thing that said, by the way, we can't lock in your appointment until unless you pay this little deposit. It's just taken off the total amount and you just pay the rest when you come in. So it was kind of worded like that, it was framed like that, and then we'd send them the link to the PayPal button. And then when we actually booked them into our system, we obviously had a note in their files like this person has paid X deposit or whatever. And we can see because you get the PayPal notifications in your email, so you can double check it at the end anyway. Another benefit of that is they feel like they're paying less when they actually come in store, even though they've already paid it in advance. And so sometimes they are more likely to buy other things if you offer it to them as well, or spend a little bit more money. So yeah, that was the technical thing. That was the physical thing, I guess. So let me know if that kind of makes sense. But it really is the only way to avoid, no-shows or losing money and that kind of thing. But the spiritual side or the law of attraction side thing is I just always believed that people would show up. And so you've probably heard of this before. I've talked about this before. Like if you're always thinking like, oh my God, they're not going to show up, or what if they don't show up, and that kind of stuff, then they're not going to show up. You attract what you focus on, you attract what you think. And so I would always visualize or just know and just know that people were going to show up. And even if they didn't, or even if they were running late at certain times, I kind of just had this knowing feeling that like it's okay, something's come up in their own lives, that happens, and I'd text them and say, hey, I noticed you didn't come in today. When do you want to come in next? So I would never punish them for anything. I would never get all like, oh my God, this person's wasted my precious time, like, which I see so many people jabbering on about. Like, everyone's time is precious. Their time is just as precious as yours. You shouldn't ever think that your time is more valuable than anyone else's time. However, like, if you just kind of accept it if it does happen and just say to them, like, look, I hope everything's okay. I noticed you didn't show up or whatever. If they've already paid a deposit, then you can have some kind of thing there that's, they can still come in within 24 hours maybe if you want to do something like that, or you can just say that your deposit is void now because it costs me time and wages. I guess it depends whether you're paying staff or not. When you've got staff, then it is one of those things that, like, yeah, you waste money if people don't show up because you've still got to pay wages. So it's really important to get deposits when you're doing that. But yeah, I just would always, like, the mental side of it was always like, it's okay. It's always going to be okay. They're going to come back another time, or if they don't, then it just wasn't meant to be. And so I think people really appreciate that, because even when you put yourself in the customer's perspective, like for me, sometimes, not often, but sometimes I haven't shown up to appointments or I've had to cancel last minute because stuff's come up in my own life. And it's not because I hate that business or I'm doing it on purpose to upset that business. It's just because something's come up in my own life. And so I'm sure you've been in the same situation before. So just always really, really try and empathise with your clients. Hey, Megan. If they don't show up or if they're running late or something, that's what's going to make people feel cared about and is going to make them want to come back to you and tell other people about you and all that kind of stuff as well. It really just comes down to caring about people. So that's all I wanted to share, which was inspired by somebody's post. I can't remember who posted it. I'm still like half sick, like I've still got this stupid blocked nose phlegmy thing going on. But it's getting there. How are you guys? What's going on? Did that all make sense? Is anyone doing that already, or is there something that I just said that you can probably take and start implementing? Let me know, because I can see a bunch of people is watching and no one's commenting. And when my baby comes back, they might be in a kids zone actually. There's like a kids area here that has like this epic little kids water park. And like a kids zone with like a ball pit and slides and little cars that you push around and stuff, which is why we chose to come to this resort just for a few days before we go home, so Jaden can have some playtime. He's loving it. Although he got bitten on the face by mosquitoes last night, so they love his face. Poor little thing. But he'll be right. Cool. No one's commenting anything, so I will just assume that everybody got something out of that, hopefully, or at least a reminder, or an idea, and I will leave you to it and let me know what you think. All right, bye.